What does it take to pull off the impossible? On a Sunday morning in Paris, all it took was a stolen cherry picker and less than 4 minutes, according to investigators. Just last week, on October 19th, thieves disguised as construction workers used a lift to scale the walls of the Louvre, cut through a window of the Apollo Gallery, and escape with 8 priceless pieces of the French crown jewels, just steps from the iconic Mona Lisa painting. The thieves stole a necklace Napoleon gave to his second wife, which is valued at nearly 90 million euros. It was a brazen, high-tech smash and grab that left the world stunned, and security experts questioning how it could happen. But this shocking crime is just the latest chapter in a long history of audacious heists, each with its own unique brand of criminal genius. While the Louvre thieves relied on speed and brute force, others have used patience, deception, and old-school grit to steal fortunes, leaving behind legends and lingering mysteries. Compared to the high-tech dash that just happened at the Louvre, the Hatton Garden heist in London was a masterclass in low-tech patient brute force. In April 2015, over the Easter holiday weekend, a group of men pulled off what has been called the largest burglary in English legal history. Their thieves' target was the Hatton Garden safe deposit facility in London's jewelry district. But this wasn't a crew of young, agile criminals. This was a gang of seasoned thieves, most old enough to be grandfathers. Their plan was almost insultingly simple, but brutally effective. After getting into the building through a lift shaft, they used a heavy-duty industrial drill to bore a massive hole through a 50-centimeter-thick concrete vault wall. Over 2 days, they calmly ransacked 73 safe deposit boxes, grabbing cash, gold, and jewels, initially estimated at £14 million. The sheer nerve of the crime carried out by men in their 60s and 70s, who became known as the Diamond Weasers, absolutely stunned the world. But their old-school methods came with old-school mistakes. The gang was soon identified and arrested, proving that even the boldest plans can be unraveled by a single loose end. While only about £4.3 million of the loot was ever recovered, the remaining £9.5 million is missing more than 10 years later. While the Paris Louvre and London Hatton Garden heists were about breaking in, the Cannes diamond heist was about simply walking in. In the summer of 2013, surrounded by the glamour of the French Riviera, a lone gunman executed one of the most brazen jewelry thefts in history. The target was a diamond exhibition at the famous Carlton Intercontinental Hotel in Cannes. Ironically, it was the same hotel featured in Hitchcock's classic film To Catch a Thief. Unbelievably, it took less than a minute. A man with his face covered by a scarf and cap walked into the exhibit through an unlocked door, pulled out a handgun, and walked out with a suitcase stuffed with an incredible $136 million in gems and watches. He grabbed bags of jewels before they were even put in their display cases and simply vanished. There was no violence, no complicated plan, just pure, unadulterated nerve. To this day, the case is a mystery. Neither the thief nor the spectacular fortune in diamonds has ever been found, leaving behind the legend of the lone wolf who took on Cannes and won. If you love stories of high-stakes crime and criminal genius, make sure to subscribe and hit that notification bell. Now we have to ask, which of these heists, from the brand new Louvre grab to the legendary Gardner mystery, do you think was the most audacious? Let us know in the comments. A lone wolf robbery like in Cannes is one thing, but a highly skilled team is something else entirely. In February 2003, crew of Italian thieves led by Leonardo Notarbartolo pulled off the heist of the century in Antwerp, Belgium. Their target was the supposedly unbreakable Antwerp World Diamond Center, a vault protected by 10 layers of security including heat sensors, radar, and a lock with 100 million possible combinations. This wasn't a smash and grab like the Louvre. It was a masterpiece of patience. Notarbartolo spent years posing as a diamond merchant, renting an office in the building just to study its security systems and find its weaknesses. On the weekend of the heist, his team were members of a loose affiliation of Italian thieves called the School of Turin, La Scuola di Torino, who flawlessly bypassed every single security measure. They used a custom-made key and blocked sensors with simple tricks. Inside, they emptied more than 100 safe deposit boxes, making off with over $100 million in diamonds, gold, and other jewels. Though Notarbartolo was eventually caught because of a simple mistake, a carelessly tossed bag of trash, most of the loot has never been found. From meticulous long-term planning in Antwerp to a shocking act of deception in Boston, nothing is impenetrable. In 1990, the night after St. Patrick's Day in Boston, thieves proved that even the world's most guarded treasures are vulnerable. This wasn't a heist that happened in minutes. This was a slow, deliberate 81-minute raid. Two men dressed as police officers buzzed the intercom at the Isabella Stewart Gardner Museum, claiming they were responding to a disturbance call. The night guard broke protocol and let them in. The thieves then overpowered and tied up the two guards in the basement. With the museum to themselves, they walked into the Dutch room and cut masterpieces right out of their frames, including Rembrandt's only seascape, The Storm on the Sea of Galilee, and one of only 34 known Vermeer paintings in the world, The Concert. In total, they stole 13 works of art currently valued at an estimated $500 million, making it the largest private property theft in history. To this day, the case remains completely unsolved. No arrests have been made and not a single piece has been recovered. Inside the museum, empty frames still hang on the walls, a haunting reminder of the priceless art that vanished into the night. So, what's the thread connecting these unbelievable stories? Whether it's the brute force speed of the recent Paris Louvre heist, the painstaking planning in Antwerp, the brazen simplicity of the Cannes gunmen, or the low-tech grit of the London Hatton Garden crew, these heists are about more than just the money. They are tales of ambition, ingenuity, and often the simple human flaws that bring it all crashing down. They remind us that the line between chaos and order is sometimes only as strong as a single pane of glass, a concrete wall, or a simple lie.